Welcome to Midnight Cult Confessions. Before we begin, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Rome Little Theater. At Rome Little Theater, there's truly something for everyone. The theater features an exciting array of musicals, laugh-out-loud comedies, and engaging dramas on its main stage. Guests can also enjoy the monthly table read series, Play Space, where stories spring to life. Don't forget to check out the upcoming fall workshops available for actors of all ages through the Lights Up program. If you're looking to get involved and fuel your passion for the arts, visit RomeLittleTheater.com for tickets, volunteer opportunities, and more information. At RLT, theater life is the best life. We'd also like to thank our other sponsors, Rome Area Council for the Arts, MJ Chisholm at Hardy Reality, China Max, River City Bank, Georgia Highlands College, and Food Lion. Today on our first episode, we'll be covering the case of the Heaven's Gate cult. I'm here with Brooke and Camden. How are you guys today?
We're doing good. How are you?
I'm good.
It's amazing.
So you guys want to tell me a little bit about it?
So basically, the cult Heaven's Gate is one of the most dangerous U.S. cults that were around, and it was led by a man that was 43, and his name was Marshall Applewhite. Basically, he had a sexual relationship with a student because he was a music teacher at a school. And basically, he was trying to... There's a theory he was trying to cure his homosexuality, and so he got led to the hospital.
So there's possibly a theory that he tried to hurt himself because of his homosexuality?
There is a theory that he was trying to, hurt himself because he was trying to cure his homosexuality by what he did, which led him to meet a nurse who was taking care of him at the time at the hospital, and her name is Bonnie Lou Nettles. And basically, this nurse isn't a normal, typical nurse. Her mind was kind of messed up in the head, so she believed or said that she was seeing a 19th monk that was giving her...
A 19th century monk?
Yes. Which makes no sense, considering monks don't talk to people outside of their own, religion, their church. So I really do think she might have been schizophrenic.
Oh, definitely, because that just doesn't make any sense.
It really doesn't, but, people back in the day believed a lot of things.
So because of Bonnie Nettles, he joined the cult, or
She basically told him her beliefs, and so he started believing that, and basically that's how the whole entire cult even started.
Okay, so what were their beliefs? What did they believe in?
So their beliefs, basically they thought a spaceship was supposed to come and take them, and what do you think?
They thought that they would get into the kingdom of heaven when a UFO came by, and they would take their lives and ascend with it.
First of all, what?
Yeah. It was a big thing.
People believed this?
People believed it. There was no proof. And I feel like he was he was a charismatic person, which he could talk to people.
So he was just smooth talker.
He was a really nice talker and made people believe, because some people, back in the day didn't know what to believe or had mental issues.
Yeah, I feel because in that time period, I feel mental health and stuff like this wasn't really accepted that much.
It wasn't really explained at all either.
So another question, how did they recruit the people?
They would run commercials on TV and headlines on newspapers, and they have their own website where they would basically use FOMO tactics to get people to want to join their cult. This is your last chance to come and go to heaven with us. And a bunch of people who I guess were scared that they were going to go to hell fell for that.
Also, I also do believe that the website is still up today, and it's called heavensgate.com.
Guys, link in the description. Go check it out.
It's actually a real thing.
Apparently. So, and this is actually kind of unique to the cult, I feel like, because since this was like in like the 80s almost, the internet wasn't really used, I believe.
think it was one of the first cults to actually use the internet.
Which is unique for this cult, actually. And I find that, like, that's one of the only things I find appealing to this cult. I did overhear that there were 2 attempts at this cult. You want to tell me about the first one? Like, what happened?
Well, he basically took all his followers. He had 20 at the time. And he was like, we're going to go isolate ourselves out in Colorado. And we're going, at this date, 1985, this UFO is going to come and get us.
And I'm guessing it did not come.
No, and that caused all the people to be like, no, you're a liar. You tricked all of us. And the cult kind of disbanded after that.
Sorry, this is so off topic. I meant to ask this earlier. Would y'all believe in this cult? Like, if you were in the time place of what happened, and this guy came up to you and was like, "Hey, come down with me to Colorado," would you guys follow him?
Honestly, if you think back in the day, like we said earlier, mental health wasn't really spoken about. No one really knew too much about mental health back in the day. Mm-hmm. People were very naive, and also the internet just had came out too. Mm-hmm. So I don't really know. I would just have to be in their shoes. Because I know a lot of people were very persuaded by what he said.
Well, he mostly targeted, like, people who were very young or very old. And, like, if I was in one of those groups and he was charismatic enough, and I feel like I could get persuaded into it. Okay. Especially during that, like, time frame. At
the same time, though, I do go off of factual evidence. So it's a 50-50 for me. I don't know.
Fact over belief or something. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, to think that... So, the first attempt did fail. Like... Didn't happen, nobody believed it. What about the second attempt? Because I feel like after the first attempt, he was probably, wasn't he like, I feel like he would be labeled as a phony.
Okay, so there's lots of information about the second attempt. This is a lot bigger.
Strap in, guys.
Of a thing. And this is a lot bigger of a thing. So basically, Bonnie Lou Nettles and Marshall Applewhite got married. She left.
Wait, hold on. Didn't she have a husband?
Yes, and his name was Joseph Nettles. Basically, they were married, but she left her own family for this cult, but that had no proof whatsoever.
How many kids does she have?
She had 4 kids. Yeah.
And she left this all for a man in a cult.
Yeah. All for a cult that didn't even make sense or no proof at all.
That's lovely. That's really absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. But anyway, back to it. So basically, after the first attempt, a little while later, she actually died by cancer. And it's actually not ironic, but like it's kind of a crazy setting, like the fact that he was believing all this stuff, and she just made it even like worse. Yeah. So, what I mean by worse is when she died, he became more. He went into a deep spiral and started believing things outside of what they normally believed in. Yeah. And so he actually made a video 3 days before it was like closest to the Earth, saying that the only way you can leave Earth is by a mass suicide.
Wait, what was close to the Earth?
The comet. There was a comet that was coming to the Earth, and 3 days before it was closest to the Earth, he told people that the only way to leave.
Sorry, I'm a little confused. Like, how did the comet relate to the?
So basically, he thought there was a spaceship behind the comet. Sorry, I should have.
It's fine.
Okay. He thought or believed that there was a spaceship behind a comet, and he persuaded people to believe as well that there was a spaceship behind a comet.
And again, people believe this.
Yes, but no proof at all. because they were naive, probably.
So the first one took place in Colorado. Where did this one take place?
Rancho Santa Fe. And they actually rented a mansion in Rancho Santa Fe where they all stayed at.
And the realtor didn't think anything of it, like...
Okay, so actually, funny story, they actually told the realtor that they were angels of Christ, which comes in with religion psychosis.
Yes, a big thing. I realized, like, because I did study this a little bit before we started talking about it. I realized that religious psychosis comes through this a lot. Like, it's a big thing in these cults. And, like, especially this one. Do you have any thoughts on, like, how, like, religious psychosis can, like, affect this even more?
Well, it's just back then, especially, I mean, people were very fearful of God and the afterlife. And if they're told that there's only one way for them to make it there, and a super charismatic guy comes, I mean, they kind of develop a religious psychosis. Like, they believe crazy ideas because it's the only way I'm going to get into heaven and be happy.
I do feel like the part where you mentioned that he said that the only way to leave Earth is by mass suicide, I feel like this could correlate to some actual beliefs today that, like, if God, like how some people say that if God told them to kill their kids or kill a family member, that they would do it.
And
like,
what's actually...
It's okay.
And what's actually funny is... Well, not funny, but what's actually kind of weird is that if you read the Bible, none of that connects together. Like, you wouldn't make a mass suicide to go into heaven. Like, none of these beliefs and religions connected make no sense whatsoever. It does not, like, follow what the Bible says at all.
Yeah. So you did say that they rented a mansion, and so, like, I did read, when I was doing the research, I did read that they all died. Like, how did they die? And, like...
They died by a poison mixed with vodka. And, okay, so here's how it went. They got 3 different groups on 3... one group on 3 separate days.
Yeah.
And so the first group was 15 people.
Yeah.
Second group was 15 people. And the third group was 9 people, including Marshall Applewhite.
So it was in the span of 3 days that they did this?
Yes.
So they were just walking around bodies everywhere before their own death?
Yes.
Okay. That's... So you said they drank a poison...
Mixed with vodka.
With vodka.
And they laid in beds, bunk beds, and covered themselves with purple sheets.
Purple sheets.
Purple sheets. And it was also a weird thing because they went by certain rules or clothing that they wore. They wore black Nike shoes. Like, they all wore the same clothes.
Oh, I did hear about this. The Nike shoe sales actually went up by a lot because of this cult.
Yes.
I read that, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Nike did end up, like, discontinuing the line because of it.
But I heard it, like, blew up, like, crazily. I also heard that they were wearing bracelets with the Heaven's Gate away team, which actually references the Star Trek away team. The stuff that they had, which I thought was kind of funny because, like, you're killing yourselves, but also you're wearing Nike shoes and...
Well, I dug a little bit into it, and I really thought about it. I think they were trying to dehumanize themselves, like, go away from the people that they were, like, to isolate themselves and forget about their own selves and wear the same things, do the same things, and believe in the same things to, you know.
Mm-hmm. So, like, I wonder if, like, I want to know who found them, because I want to believe that it was the realtor who found them, because how else would they be found when they're all dead?
I'm pretty sure it was the realtor who found them.
And who, like, I'm pretty sure he called the sheriff, right?
He did call the sheriff, and the, ambulances, all of those people had to drag 39 bodies out of the house.
So crazy. Like, I
Which is
feel
really
bad for that realtor. Because you're telling me that these people came into your house and died. And now you have to put that house back on, like, the market for rent. Imagine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure no one bought the house afterwards. Knowing
I'd
what
be
happened.
surprised if somebody
Oh,
actually
I'd be
did.
very surprised if someone did.
Do we have any more comments before we...
Well, I mean, I think the realtor is understandable because, like, I would also probably let these people into my house because they have such an unstable mindset. I don't want to have. I want to be able to keep an eye on them.
Yeah.
And you probably didn't know what was going to happen.
True, because, like, imagine hearing somebody saying that they're Christian-based angels. You're like, oh, probably they're priests, probably, like, they're here to do, like, religious stuff. And then you come back, like, maybe a week later or 2 weeks later, boom, they're all dead. There's police outside your house. Just imagine that. Like, that had to have, like, traumatized him.
And what's so weird about all of this, if you really think about it, is it all comes down to Bonnie Nettles, but also Marshall Applewhite, because he had a weird mindset. He had a sexual relationship with a student.
Yes.
Which made him...
He was not innocent at all.
No, he wasn't. I'm pretty sure him doing all of this was probably a trauma response to everything, and he just wanted to get people with him to go with him.
I do believe he probably did have a bad backstory for him to do all of this and, like, believe all this stuff, touch a little kid. Like...
Oh, he was already messed up to begin with.
Right, and Bonnie Nettles just took that traumatized mindset and basically manipulated him.
Oh, heavily.
Any more commentary about the cult?
Well, I mean, I don't think he's solely a victim though, because I mean, he did still after her death continue on and get a bunch of like college age people and get them all to kill themselves, and he even waited to be the final one. Like, ensuring that
everybody
all these
died.
Dead.
Yeah, and he just saw all these people dead.
He's definitely not innocent. That man was 100% guilty. He did all this stuff. He killed a bunch of people. No matter if it was a suicide thing. He killed those people by manipulating them.
Just for his own trauma response. And that's honestly how a lot of the cults have started. It's being charismatic, having trauma, and just wanting to get people to believe in your own beliefs to make yourself feel better. That's basically, I think, what happened with him.
Well, thank you guys for talking with me today about this. I learned something new. Did not know this happened. I would like to thank everybody else for joining us today at Midnight Cult Confession.